Hello everybody. We will discuss the problem number 4. This consists of a beam having a UDL of 15 kilonewton per meter. The span of the beam is 5 meter, and you can see the support is an inclined support at a slope of 3:1. Sorry, 4:3, and the second support is settled by 10 mm, and there is an inclined force which is acting at an angle of 30 degrees at a distance of 2 meters from the second support. And the span of the second support is 4 meters. Similarly, span of the third beam is 3 meters, and the 10 kilonewton loading is acting at a distance of 1 meter from the end support, or it is 2 meters from the third support. So while solving, you have to see that this inclined load cannot be directly provided in STAD. Instead, you have to resolve this force as horizontal component and vertical component. Horizontal component is 20 cos 30, which is 17.32 kilonewton, and vertical component is 20 sin 30, which is 10 kilonewton. And again, they are acting at a distance of 2 meters from the second support, right? And they have given I value here 45 into 10 power 7 millimeter to the power 4. Now we have to, there are two challenges here. One is to provide a settlement of the support, as well as we have to include the inclined support, right? So we will go to STAD. We'll go to STAD. We'll go to STAD, open, go to new project, go to plane, structure name you can give, it is class 4, and the meters and kilonewton. Next, add beam. Then the first node is 0,0. Second node, the distance is 5 meters. The span is 5 meters. Therefore, the second node you can provide it at a span of 5 meters. Control C, Control V. X is equal to 5 meters. Okay, go to V from Z. Then the third node, X is equal to 4 meters for the third node. Okay. Then the fourth node, X is equal to 3 meters. 3 meters. Okay. And now connect geometry, connect beams along X-axis. Go to support. So we have various types of support here. The first support was inclined support, and then there is a two pin supports and one roller support. Okay. So first we will create inclined support. For inclined support, we need to understand a little bit. Few things what we have to understand is, you can see here that the inclined support, they have given the slope of this line, which is 3/4 or 4:3, and but we want this support is along this line, which is perpendicular to this horizontal inclined line, isn't it? So therefore, tan 3/4 will give you, tan inverse of 3/4 will give you this angle. However, we want this angle, which is actually anti-clockwise. From the geometry, what we get, this 3 by 4, and since the angle between these two lines is perpendicular, the slope of this line becomes 4:3, or 3:4, in fact, 3:4. Therefore, horizontal is 3 and vertical is 4. So this is what is required. We have to take x value as 3 and y value as 4 instead. I will just explain that how to use that. Now we'll go to general support, create. You have your incline support. You have to give coordinate. There are various ways. You can go for reference joint, and all you can go. But however, I will use coordinate system. Our x value is 3 and y value is 4, which is the slope. Since it is anti-clockwise, the y value you should give positive. If it is clockwise, then you should give negative, because clockwise is negative in case of stab and anti-clockwise is positive, right? So, and also the support type is pinned. Therefore, you just give add. So we have created the incline support. And the remaining two supports are pinned supports, you add, and the end support is the roller support. You can just release all others except Fy, add. Now you can assign the supports to each node, assign to selected node, assign to the other two nodes, and the remaining. Okay, we have assigned the supports. Now next is loads. Loads, what we have to do, we have to go to add, none, you can give loading, add, close. The first load is the UDL of 5 kilonewton per meter, 15 kilonewton per meter. UDL of 15 kilonewton per meter. Go to add, member load, UDL minus 15. Add. And the second load is there is an inclined load. We will come to that later. We'll go to third span. Third span, you have 10 kilonewton, which is at a distance of 2 meters from the third support. Okay, so it is 10 kilonewton. We will go to concentrated force minus 10 kilonewton at a distance of 2 meters. Add, close. I will first assign these two. In order to, to remove the load which is not been assigned properly, for incorrect assignment, what you can do to remove this, you can go to toggle load, click on the toggle load, select that beam and that load, and assign to the selected beam. If you do that, the load will be removed. So you have to use toggle load. Okay, so I will come to this and this node here and close it. Okay, so the next load is the inclined load, and that we have resolved already, but it has to be, it can, both the loads cannot be provided. Whenever there is a horizontal load, you cannot provide directly as you did for this 10 kilonewton load. So you should create a node at that point and then assign the load to that node. So what you should do at 2 meters, you should create this total span is 4 meters. So you have to go here, insert node. Wherever you want, you can insert the nodes in the selected beam. So what you can do is, since the span is 4 meters, you can provide a node at the midpoint. Or if the load was given at a distance of 1 meter from the left support or the second support, then you should give your distance as 1 meter. 1 meter. However, in this case, it is 2 meters. You can give 2 meters like this, or you can give add midpoint. Anything is okay. You add new point. Okay, so this will create one more additional node. one more additional load where you have to provide the both vertical downward force and the horizontal force. So go to loading, add. Now you go to node load, node load. So x distance, x is, now x is not positive. You should remember that if the horizontal load is acting towards right hand side, it is positive. If it is acting towards left hand side, it is negative. Our 17.32 kilonewton load is acting towards the left hand side, and hence it is negative. And why vertical load of 10 kilonewton is acting downward, that is also negative. Therefore, x is minus 17.32 negative and y is minus 10 kilonewton negative. And close. Now you select this and select the node where you have to provide that load. Go to assign to selected node and assign. So you have now the horizontal load and the vertical load. Now, in the problem, they have given the second support should be sunk by 10 mm. Sometimes the foundation may settle. Therefore, in that case, you should consider the settlement. It becomes a settlement problem, and therefore, for that, you should again go to loading, add, go to node load. Here you have support displacement. Support displacement, they have given a support displacement of, they may give support displacement, or it may be called as a sinking of support. Okay, minus, this is in meters, 10 mm they have given 0.01 is 10 mm, and the support has been displayed in the y direction. Therefore, you should click here Fy, and since the positive displacement indicates what? The displacement is the upward. Negative indicates displacement is downward. Add, close, close. Now you should select this. You should select this second support and assign there the Fy equal to minus 0.01. This indicates that there is settlement of whatever we have provided, which is 10 mm. Right? Now, in the previous problem, now we have to go to property. In the previous problem, what we did, when there is I value and 2I value, we calculated the I values, the breadth and depth values, and then we provided the section in the previous problem. But there is other method also. That is one method. That is also correct. The second method, maybe you can directly provide I value. Directly provide I value, that I'm going to show now. There are various ways. So you can go to define. You can go to define. Go to general. General IZ value. You should give the I value. I value. See, I value in our case it is 45 to 10 power 7 millimeter to the power 4. That becomes 4.5 into 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 5. In fact, 4.5 into 10 power minus 4. We can take it as 0.0000 1, 2, 3, 4. It becomes 3 zeros 4.5. Oh, sorry, 45. So this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.5 into 10 power minus 4. This is the value. This is the value. Here you should choose the material. If they give E value, suppose in the problem, if they give E value as 2 into 10 power 5, then that is for steel. That is for steel. Normally 2 into 10 power 5 will be given. So the material is steel. You should choose the appropriate material. Then go to add, close. Suppose one beam is having the I value as in the previous problem, other beam is having 2I value, then you have to go again, define, go to general, IZ value you should multiply by 2, that is 4.5 into 10 power minus 4 into 2, it becomes 9 into 10 power minus 4, correct? So that you can just provide here and you add you add, and whatever values to be specified for each beam, you can just select that beam and you can just assign. But here in this case, we have taken all the span as I, so therefore I will just select all the beams, then go to assign to selected beam, then assign. Okay, this is what you can do. And the next process is commands, analyze, perform analysis, okay, analysis, run analysis, save. There is no error, done. You can go to post processing, okay. There are again here also there is one more way of knowing the bending moment diagram. See, all this in previous problems, what we have seen, we have taken MZ values, and we took the MZ values and we try to use the result, go to view value and take the beams, end, middle, midpoint, and the maximum, and we used to get the bending moment values. There is other way around also. You can go to beams here, go to graphs. If you go to graphs, whatever the beam you selected, for that you will get the bending moment diagram. Okay, this is for the first beam. This is bending moment diagram, shear force diagram, and this is axial diagram. This is not so important. These two are important. And if you click on here, you will get some other, the bearing moment diagram of this span. Any span you click, automatically this graph changes. This is also one of the way of representation. Okay. This completes the problem on sinking of supports and inclined loads. Thank you for attending.